In Second Nephi chapter 2, Lehi talks a lot about agency, the ability to choose, and this philosophy is in stark contrast to what you find in social science and in lots of modern assumptions about how people act. Social science is based largely on a philosophy of determinism, that individuals do things because of either nature or nurture, because of other factors. That's what determines our choices, that it's not an individual can make any choice that they want. And in fact, for science to work, you need to be able to predict choices. You need to be able to predict things. And if people can choose, you can't, then it means that you can't predict human behavior. And so determinism is kind of necessary for any social science that requires prediction. But in Second Nephi chapter 2, we're taught that we aren't all deterministic, that we do have an element of choice. So for example, here in verse 16 it says, "Wherefore the Lord God gave unto man that he should act for himself. Wherefore man could not act for himself, save it should be that he was enticed by the one or the other." So here we have agency being a fundamental principle, but we also have some conditions that we need to have a set of choices to react to. And you need to be able to choose one or the other. So acting for yourself requires a choice. So in order to be righteous, for example, you would need to be presented with a choice between good and evil, and then you would have to choose the good. Without the evil choice, no one could choose to be good. Right? It wouldn't be a choice. So social science, determinism, could help understand, but only to an extent. It's inherently limited. It could help understand when you have choices or not have choices, like the conditions, what choices are presented to people. But ultimately, people do have agency, that they can choose between the different choices they're presented with. But if they aren't presented with a lot of choices, then you can predict, well, they're going to choose one of the choices that they're presented with, if that makes any sense.